Welcome to Cooking with Glenn and Katie.
Today, I'll be making some sub rolls so we can have some Submarine sandwiches. This recipe makes 8 6-inch subs.
And for the step-by-step instructions for the recipe we're sharing with you today, check out the description box below where you'll find a link to the recipe. Are you ready to get started?
Yeah. To start, I'm going to add 1 1/3 cups of warm water. I put this in the microwave for 1 minute, but it needs to be between 90 and 115 degrees. Next, I'm going to add 5 teaspoons of sugar. And to that, I'm adding 1 tablespoon of yeast. This is instant yeast. Stir it in, and I'm going to set a timer for 10 minutes. It's been 10 minutes. Look at all the carbon dioxide bubbles. I will add some oil, 1 tablespoon of oil. And next, I'll be adding 3 1/2 cups of bread flour. And finally, I'm going to sprinkle on top 1 1/2 teaspoons of salt. And now I'm going to mix this together. I'll start this on low until things have started to mix in together. And in about 30 seconds to a minute, I'll turn it on the next higher level speed, and I will set it for 8 minutes. The dough is perfect this time. It's not sticky. It's exactly what it's supposed to be. If it sticks on the side of the bowl or the bottom of the bowl, you just add 1 teaspoon of flour and let it knead it a little bit more, and then you may need to add a little bit more until it's like this. I'm going to cut the dough into 8 pieces, and then I'll let it rise. This is 1 dough ball, so I'm going to cut this one in 4 pieces. And tuck it under, place it on the sheet here. I have 8 dough balls, and I'm going to let them rise in the oven for 20 minutes. I find it's best to put the dough in a controlled, warm environment, so I'll turn my oven to 350 degrees, and I'll turn the oven light on. I'll do that for about 1 minute, and then I'll turn the oven off, and then I'll put the bread dough in the oven. While the oven is heating for the minute, I'm going to put this towel in the microwave for 30 seconds to warm it up. Turn the oven off, and I'm going to keep the oven light on. I'll place it in. Now, I'm going to let the dough rise for 20 minutes. I'll take a dough ball, and I'm going to flour the surface a little bit here. Put it here, and I'm going to force out all the carbon dioxide, or a lot of the carbon dioxide bubbles. Flip it over, push it, and then I'm going to kind of stretch out the edges here like that. I'm going to put it back down here, and I'm going to be stretching it so it is about 6 inches long and 4 inches wide. Doesn't have to be exact. So there we go. And then I'm going to even it up like that. Then I'm gonna start rolling it. I'm rolling it tight. And then I'm going to take it and I'm going to seal the bottom here. When I get to the ends, I will kind of tuck these in and fold this over like that. Push that in, fold it over. So the top of the roll is smooth all the way to the ends. Now I'm going to roll it back and forth to kind of really seal the bottoms. It's okay if it gets a little bit longer because you can push it back. Look, it's a really nice, and you will want it to be about 6 inches. You can kind of push it to that, and we'll put it on the tray here. These are shaped and ready to go in the oven for a second rise. I'm gonna cover them with a warm, damp rag. I'm gonna put in the oven for 20 minutes. I took the dough out of the oven after the second rise, and let's look at them. They're ready for me to score them and to put an egg wash on them. I've got 2 scalpels here, and I've got 1 knife, regular knife that's sharp, and a serrated knife. I've got a bread lame here that I bought online for about $6, and you can use a box cutter, but you need something that will cut clean cuts on your dough. So I'm gonna cut them now. First thing I do is put some flour on the bread so that it will have a little bit of friction and the blades seem to slice through a bit better. I'm gonna rub it in. I'll do these sets of 4 first. Then I'll get a blade, and you move with a purpose. So I'm just gonna put this in here, and I'm gonna drag it all the way down. So I've got a cup that's about 1/4 of an inch thick. So you can use this one. If you want to do some slashes, I like to put 1 here in the center, 1 here on this side, and 1 here on this side. So you've got the 3 cuts. So these are the 2 ways that I do it. This particular one will get wider. It seems like when you cut it all the way through, the bread gets a little bit wider. So I'm gonna go ahead and slice these other 2. I'll slice this right here. This tray is finished. Now it's time to put the egg wash on and the toppings. I do 1 roll at a time. So I put egg wash in here, all the way over it. And I'm gonna pause, and I'm gonna put a topping on it. The first topping I'm gonna put on here will be some Italian herbs. I put a coat of Parmesan cheese on top. As I put the egg wash on this next roll, I just made the egg wash by getting 1 egg and 1 tablespoon of water, and I mixed it up real well. This next one, I'm gonna put some garlic on it. So this is minced garlic. This is dried minced garlic. I'm gonna put it on here. I'm going to continue to put egg wash and toppings on the other rolls, and then we'll look at them. I have the dough for the 8 subs ready to go in the oven. This one is onion. This one is the Italian herbs with Parmesan cheese, poppy seed, garlic. Then I have black and white sesame seed with flank salt. I've got a plain one. And I've got Parmesan cheese. And then finally I have everything but the bagel spice on that one. I preheated the oven to 375 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm gonna put both trays in the oven. They'll sit side by side. And then I'm gonna put some water. I'm gonna spray the side of the oven to get some moisture in there. They will bake for 20 minutes, but after 10 minutes, I'm going to turn the trays around and I will mist them with water, and I'll mist the sides of the oven too. It's been 10 minutes, so it's time to mist the bread and turn it around. The bread has expanded. I'm going to spray the tops of this with water, which will make a better crust, make a darker crust. I'm going to turn the trays around. Then I'm going to mist the sides of the oven and cook them another 10 minutes. I just took the bread out of the oven. It's beautiful. I'm so very happy. Let's look at it. The everything but bagel, that's plain. And over here we've got the Parmesan cheese, the tuxedo blend of sesame seeds with flank salt, onion, Parmesan cheese on top of some Italian herbs, garlic, and poppy seed.
I am so excited about this taste test. I have the garlic sub roll, and let me go ahead and show you. If you look right down here, you'll see I made a delicious veggie sub with Swiss cheese and different kinds of veggies, but look at this beautiful garlic sub roll. I cannot wait to try it. So here we go. Hopefully none of my veggies are gonna fall out, you know. Let's see. That's absolutely delicious. The bread is the perfect consistency for a sub roll. It is soft on the inside, but it does have a nice texture on the outside from Dad keeping the environment in the oven a little more moist. So it's got that nice kind of tougher outer shell. The garlic topping's fantastic. It's the right thickness for having sliced right down the center and put my veggies and cheese. Of course, you could put any toppings you want, but as you can see, it's not too thick or too thin. It's excellent. Definitely worth making your own sub rolls, and you'll be able to save so much money too, being able to make these for your family or for your friends instead of having to buy them. And they're, you know exactly what's in them, and they're delicious. So definitely give this recipe a try. Thank you so much for joining today. If you haven't, please be sure to subscribe and don't forget to click the notification bell so you're notified with all of our new videos. And we'd love to hear from you, so please be sure to comment below. And if you enjoy the video, give us a thumbs up, and we will see you with our next video.
See ya.